Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Yvonne, aka Miss Rocks. But anyways, let's get started. So I decided to make some just to show you. So I have my peppers, onion, ginger, and garlic somewhere in there. And I'm gonna blend it with just a little bit of oil. And I have this pot ready as well. And I'm gonna use meat as well, so we'll see. So I blended it and I put some on the meat here. I'm gonna put some salt. I'll add some curry or whatever seasoning you like. It's up to you. And I'll add some basil to mine as well for my meat. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for the sauce as well because I want the same flavor. So I'm adding my basil. Oh, that's too much. That's good actually. I'll add some curry. Some salt, and I'm struggling to open it with one hand. Oh shit, wrong side. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of my allspice seasoning to this one here. I'm almost out. Okay, and I'll just give it a little mix there and then let it cook in here for a bit. It's still cooking. I'm gonna add some bay leaves because I love the aroma and the taste it gives, the little flavor. Now let this cook till it starts to brown a bit. Don't be afraid to use a bit more oil. You can always scoop it out later, but the oil helps the onions and peppers and everything. It makes everything cook faster, including the stew. So you can always scoop the oil from it after, but the more oil you have, the quicker the stuff cooks. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so that's pretty brown enough for me. So the onions are mostly cooked already. And then I have tomato paste. I'm gonna add one more spoon of this as well. Yeah, it's almost done. I'm just gonna use it all. Okay, and then just mix that in. And then let that also cook in there for about 5 minutes. I had the onions, I believe the onions were probably cooking for like 10 to 12 minutes. But anyways, have this one also cook for like another 5 to 10 minutes before we add the blended tomatoes. I have green peppers, red pepper, I have green onions, and I'm gonna add some regular tomatoes to it and blend it. Alright, so that's pretty cooked. Now I'm gonna add my blended tomatoes in there. It's not easy trying to record and do this with one hand. This is crazy. Anyways. So now is a longer process of waiting for this to actually cook some more. Ooh. And now we're just gonna cover this one here and let it cook. Oh, you can cover part way, just leave it a little opening. And I have the heat on 3. I'll put it on 4. So it's somewhat medium. Oh, I'm gonna use the corned beef, and I also like to make my jollof with coconut milk as well. So extra flavor. And I only used half a can of tomato sauce. You can see that, half a can. And then I blended half a can of stewed tomatoes or whole tomatoes, whatever. So now I'm gonna clean up in between. Okay. Oh shoot. All right. So let's give it a little stir. Gotta stir it so it doesn't burn at the bottom. We got a long way to go, people. Oh, side note, save the broth from your meat for the jollof. It adds extra flavor. Instead of the water, I use the broth. Can you imagine that? The broth plus coconut milk in this? Oh, baby. I'm such a fool. Oh, yes, I'm going to chop the meat a bit smaller once it's cooked, and I'm going to make another sauce with it. So, yeah. Ooh. So one thing I learned growing up is when the oil starts to settle on top of the stew, that means your tomatoes are cooked, well cooked. So, oh, the bottom is not burnt. Yes. Like I said, some of all this oil can be scooped out once you're ready to add the rice. That's why I like the non-stick, because then even the oil will settle at the bottom if you don't scoop it out. Anyways, I'm gonna add my corned beef. I'll probably add like about half of it. I know I said I was gonna use half, but I wanted just a little bit more than half. And yes, I did not break mine apart. I like it to be in chunks. So when the rice cooks, it breaks apart on its own, and you get a chunk of meat with the rice. Wait, so good. So good. So good. So I washed my rice, basmati. No, wait, is this basmati or jasmine? No, it's basmati rice. Anyways, so now I don't use a measuring cup. I'm just using it to scoop it because it's hard to pour it in while recording. I don't want the water in there. And yes, I wash my rice. Some people don't. I do. There's too much starch on it. Anyways, I'm gonna do this and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Make sure all the rice is well coated in the stew. I like to keep mine saucy. Bam. Okay, so I let that sit for a bit. I'm gonna add my coconut oil. Oh my gosh. Having small hands and trying to record and do this at the same time is not easy. Anyways, I use the Thai kitchen coconut milk. Anywho, oh goodness gracious. Woo. Oh, there we go. There's some of the juice. There we go. Let's save some for later. I'm gonna mix this. I'll be back. This is what I have left. I used half of it, and this is the other half that I'm gonna put in the fridge. But anyways, it's already mixed up. Now I'm gonna get my broth. The meat should be good by now. So, yay! I'm gonna chop this up in a second. But anyways, that's some of my broth. Mind you, basmati rice doesn't take much water to cook, so don't overdo it, or else you're gonna have it soggy. Yes, you see the seasoning from the meat in there as well. This is about to be delish. And then just mix that in there. And then I'll cover it with some aluminum foil and let the steam cook it, because you don't want to put too much water. Okay. I have the heat on like 2 or 3, between 2 and 3. Just keep it on low, let the steam cook it, because you don't want to add too much water. And over here, I have my garlic and onion and peppers going, and I have some turkey. I'll be back. I'm improvising. I deboned it. So now I'm gonna cook that in here. Yo, who else gets excited cooking? Because I do. Is it normal? I don't care if it's not. I love being in the kitchen. It's exciting. Anyways, I'm gonna increase the heat on here. And then we're gonna get this to brown a bit more. And then we'll go on with the rest. I'm gonna add some of this here. Those who don't know. Kebab season, I know. I know. It's getting stronger and stronger. I want sexual healing, sexual heat. Okay, so I added some chili pepper flakes and some basil, and now I'm adding my special sauce before I go further. That's good. Let's just mix that in there. Before we add the tomatoes and the broth. Yo, this is about to be bomb. I like how I've been starting myself since morning because I didn't feel like eating anything, and then I was just like, one of my sissies wants to make jollof rice, so why don't I just make some myself? And then voila. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Okay, I'm done talking. I added some tomatoes to it now, not too much, because I'm not trying to make stew. I already put some of the stew from the jollof on the side already, so I don't want that. I just want some meat with some sauce. Make it saucy. And now this is what I'm gonna do next, okay? I'll be back. So my leftover broth and its belongings, I'm gonna save a little bit more. There's ginger, there's garlic, there's pepper, there's a hint of lemon juice. Oh Jesus. Why do I get so happy about cooking? I think I have a problem. It's a good problem though, if I do say so myself. Okay, we'll let that all get to know each other, have sex with each other, you know, release their juices. Hey, back. Oh, Jesus. Yes, baby. Okay. We're going to drizzle it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, because this sauce is no longer a virgin. They're all releasing their juices among each other. This bottle is too big for me. I struggle with it. That's enough. We're bringing some innocence to the sauce now. Okay? And I'm just gonna cover it up and let it cook, and we're gonna go check on our jollof. Show them. Yo, the steam is ruining my snap though. But I'm sure. Oh shit. Ooh. Yes. I don't like my stovetop to be dirty while I'm cooking. I like to clean it while I go. One. Like I have it on literally like the minimum. So I'm just using the steam because I want my rice to be nice and soft, but I also want to see individual grains. Okay, and now back to the sauce. We'll add some pepper because you know I like color. There's yellow and orange pepper as well, but I don't feel like adding it, so this is good enough. And this is just my turkey. And then I have some sauce from the jollof with corned beef in it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we're basically almost done. So